of Beth Ann Stamps. In this week's video, we're going to be using the Easter Bunny bundle. This is out of the new catalog, and it is just so adorable. And I am actually going to coordinate this with one of the items out of the celebration. If you place an order and it reaches $100 before tax or shipping, you can get this Dandy Designs 12 by 12 paper. There are 48 sheets in this set, and it's so beautiful and so springy. So that's the designer series paper that I'm pulling in to use with this card. So let's take a look at our card. Here we go. It's got a little bunny. It says hi, and on the inside, you're a friend like no other. So let's jump right on in and make this card. I know sometimes a lot of people see these and say, oh no, I don't like to color. You will notice on this one, I didn't color the bunny. So we'll work with that. I did color the little butterfly, but that's such a tiny little thing. So let's start with our card base. That is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at that 4 1/4. When you cut those, you can either do it portrait or landscape. And this time we're doing portrait. Then my next layer is Coastal Cabana. And this is 5 1/8 by 4. And all of these dimensions will be in the coordinating blog post linked below. So you don't have to try to keep up with me. So I have 2 pieces of that DSP here. One is cut at 1 inch by 5, and one is cut 2 3/4 by 5. So I want to get these lined up first. And what I usually do is I'll line them both up to where they look like they should be. So I'm thinking right there. Now I'm going to hold this one in place, and I'm just going to take a teeny tiny, if I can, oh, looks like that one's empty. Well, of course it is. Let's see, I have another old. So let me get that there. I'm going to line this one up. There we go. So that one will be held in place while I actually glue this one down. This just helped me to center these. Come on. There we go. So that way I can line this one up. Goes right against there. And this one then will still peel up, but it held it in place enough for me to get my other one. Okay, now glue this. Bump those right up against each other. And then we can just put this right on top. I like these bottles for my glue because I get that really fine. Sometimes that lid just really gets in my way. All right, so there, we're gonna put that on there. Now, the next thing I'm gonna do is, this is cut with the circle layering, and it's the 2 largest, the scallop and the plain circle. So we're going to make our bunny to put on here. So I didn't want to color the bunny, so we're going to stamp it on a piece of crumb cake with crumb cake ink. Bring a piercing mat here so I can get a nice image. And I'm just going to put that bunny down there. Oh, and look how cute he comes out. And then we're just going to take the punch. And punch him out. And we have a cute little bunny without having to do any coloring. So I wanted him to just see where I wanted to stamp my other things. And so in this case, we're going to use some other stamps out of the same set. I'm going to bring in some grass. And I'm going to use Granny Apple Green. And I'm just going to put some grass along the bottom here. Just line those up. Just giving our little bunny a place to stand. All right, so close my green. I'm going to bring back in my crumb cake, and I want to put the word hi on here. It's just little, but I want to line up my bunny first so I know where that's going to sit. And then I'm also going to do the butterfly in this crumb cake right behind him here. Okay. Oop. Of course, I stick my finger right in the ink. Dry that off before I get ink on my card. All right. Let me try that again. So I did want to color in the butterfly. So I just went and pulled out from the watercolor pencils. I have Coastal Cabana, Granny Apple Green, and I grabbed some pink. I grabbed the Flirty Flamingo. So I'm just gonna very lightly color this in. It is such a tiny, tiny piece, but it doesn't take long. Do those in green. And then we'll do the Coastal Cabana around the outside. Now, if you don't want your pencil lines to show, it's very easy. Oh, busted my pencil. Bring in a blender pen. I'm just gonna wipe it off there. And when you go over these colors, it just really smooths away and takes away all of those, since they're watercolored pencils, takes away those pencil stroke lines. Let's see. There he is, just a nice little hint of the butterfly there. I'm going to glue this directly down onto there. Put our little butterfly, our bunny. And then that's gonna go, I used this, since I'm putting the bunny on top of it to clean my pen. We'll just center this on here. And then I am going to pop this up with dimensionals. Grab some dimensionals. Let's see, I have a pair of scissors. Use all the edges. Some of these are even left over from paper pumpkin kits. I save them and use every scrap that I can. Okay. Now I just have to peel the back off, right? Was out today for a little while. It was beautiful to take a drive. I live in the northeast part of Pennsylvania, but it was gorgeous today. The sun was shining. Beautiful day for a drive. See, with only coloring that little butterfly, it doesn't take long to pull this card together. And it's so spring looking. Now, I will say the sun was shining. Everything is still drab because it is winter, but it is very pretty out. All right, pastel adhesive backed sequins. We're going to pull in one of these, and I'm going to use the blue. Get my Pick-a tool. Put a couple little gems on here. Oop. I'll put it over here, not on the dots. So there's the card. I don't know about anybody else, but I'm ready for spring. I know I have several more months to go. All right, so the other thing I wanted to show you today was to make a box. This box can be a gift box for making cards. It'll also fit the envelopes that'll go with these, and you can decorate the envelopes. And it has a cute little lid. So we're going to make a box. So let's do that. We are going to pull in the cutter here, and I am going to start with a 12 by 12 piece of white paper. Oop, sort of looking for my instructions here. Here we go. So I need this to be 12 by 10. So I'm just going to cut off one edge of this to 10 inches. Okay. And then I need a part for the lid. And this is also in that Dandy Designs paper. So my lid in this case is going to be Fresh Freesia. And I'm going to cut this. I'm going to cut it 4 inches first. And then 7 inches. Okay. So we have those. Let me move the trimmer out of the way. And now I'm going to bring in the scoring tool. Okay. So on this first one, I'm going to put the 12 inches along here. And I'm going to score this at 5 inches and 7 inches. Do that right? Yep. So that's 5 and 7. Then I'm going to turn it on the 10-inch side, and I'm going to score it at 2, and I'm going to score it at 8. So those are the only marks there. So let's do this bottom, and then we'll go to the top of the box. So we'll burnish these on all sides. And bring it up this way. And I'm going to bring it up this way. All right, so now the only thing we have to do on here is just cut into this center section to the score line. And then I'm just going to tab this piece that we're cutting. That makes it line up a little easier. So not a lot of trimming on this piece for the box. See my score line there? They should have had bigger scissors. These are so tiny. Okay, but this will work. Now here you can use tear tape or you can use glue. Our glue holds pretty well. I'm just going to stick mine together with glue. So I'm going to put some glue on this, and then I'm going to bring up this edge piece, line that bottom up, and put that in there. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side here. Line that up so it's straight. So now we have that half a box. Now we just need to glue these sides up. So I'm just going to come in here. Whoop. Load it up with some extra glue to really hold it. And it doesn't take long for this to dry. You can use your bone folder in there to put some pressure on it. And I'll do the same thing on this side. Some extra glue. Like I said, you could use tear and tape if you wanted to do that. All right, so there's the bottom of the box. Let's do the top and then we will decorate them. All right, so this is the 4 by 8. So I'm going to put it on the 4 side, and I am going to score it at 1 inch. And I am going to score it at 3 inches. And I'm going to turn it to the 7 inch, and I'm going to score it at 1, and it's at 6. This is right. Oh, did I do that by 8? I think I got it too small. Should have been paying better attention. I did. Let me recut this. This is why you go to the link in the description below. So we're going to do 4 not 7. 4 by 8. Sorry about that. All right, so we're going to go back to the 4-inch. And we're going to do 1-inch and 3-inch. Now we're going to turn it to the 8, and we're going to do it at 7 and 1. So you're really scoring 1 inch in from each edge. Move this out of the way. And then I'm going to burnish on all edges again. Also in the description, there will be a link. Myself, Lynn Dunn, and Linda Anderson, Lynn Dunn of Stamptastic Designs and Linda Anderson of Linda Lou Creates, will be doing another Facebook Live extravaganza at the end of this month. If you're interested, please use the link and sign up. It'll be an all-day event. It'll be a spring-themed extravaganza. All right, for this one, I'm simply going to cut in on both ends to get these outer little tabs, just as I did before. I'm going to do all 4 corners. Tab here. Go to the other side. We have a lot of fun with our Facebook extravaganzas. You get 6 one-hour sessions with different ideas for card making, treat holders, a lot of prizes. We'll even have an interactive stamping session this time. So I'm just going to do this the same way. I'm going to come in here. I'm going to use glue. Glue up my little tabs. Put those in and get that as straight as I can. Hold it for a second. And that glue will dry. And then the same thing on this side. Line up the edges. Maybe I didn't do that side 1 inch. Should have been. I might have done it a little short, but it'll fit. Okay, so now we're going to decorate the box. I pulled in, just need 1 piece of 12 by 12 paper. And so the first thing I'm going to cut is for the outside of the box. I'm going to use this on my box base and the reverse of this on my box top. So for the base, I need to cut 4 3/4 by 5 3/4. And I need 2 of those. These will be our sides. And then for the 2 sides, I need a piece that's 1 3/4 inches by 4 3/4. I'm going to go ahead and put these on to our box base. Get this little handle out of my way. Here we go. This would be a nice spring gift for someone. I actually got this idea because my daughter gave cards as a Christmas gift, and this is the type of box she made to present them in. They were so cute. I actually have the initial one she made and gave to me. Isn't that cute? Had some snowman paper that she used. But you could really decorate these for any time. If you're doing Valentine cards, make it all beautiful Valentine themed. You could do fall cards with an autumn box. Now, you could also cut these papers a little larger if you wanted to fill in. I sort of like that edging around there, just like I like that look on a card. Let's do our 2 sides. polka dot paper is so pretty. There we go. So there's the bottom of our box, all ready to put our cards in. I think I put them in this other one. There we go. So now let's make our lid. So for the lid, as I said, we're going to use this paper. So the first one I'm going to cut is 1 3/4 again for the top. And it's going to be by 5 3/4. And then I need 2 at 3/4 of an inch. And these are by 5 3/4. These are 2 long sides. This just gives the box some extra stability. And then I need 2 short ones. So we're going to do it 3/4 again. And they're only going to be by 1 3/4 for the short sides of the lid. All right, move this out of the way and we'll bring in our box. You could make the box lid out of white also if you wanted to. I just decided to do this contrast color and pull that in. Whenever you're doing something like this, you do you and make it however appeals to you. I did score this a little off, but that's okay. It will work. Do the 2 sides. And the last one. Here we go. And that is our box. There's our cards in it, and the lid just fits right over top. There you go. It bows in a little here, but you still have the room for your cards. The lid fits snugly. So here's this one. Guess I should bring my cards back out, huh? Here we go. There you go. So we have some boxes. And we have some cards. Hopefully this gets you looking forward to spring and the No Color Bunny Bundle sample. So as always, I really do appreciate you taking time out of your week and out of your day to watch my videos. I would greatly appreciate a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you get notified when my next video comes out. And remember below for that coordinating blog and also that spring extravaganza. We'd love to have you join us while we make some spring cards on the 29th. And if you're not available when we're doing it live, that group will not go away, so you can always go back and rewatch. So anyway, thank you as always, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Thank you. Bye-bye.